So she was on Fox and Friends in 2017 with the whole kneeling crap.
Well, the NFL anthem controversy is showing no signs of stopping. On Sunday, nearly 24 players refused to stand for the flag of the national anthem.
Yeah, we got a whole list of them, too. You can find them online. But our next guest, a veteran, has a simple message for them. Get off your knees already. Joining us right now is Kathy Barnette, who served 10 years in the armed forces and has looked at some statistics that show that maybe this is not the right issue and the numbers don't bear out. These protests are about police brutality and social injustice. Are they getting their message out?
No. I think that there are some very real issues in the black community, some very real systemic, devastating issues in the black community. But the one that we are seeing almost every day about police brutality, that probably isn't even in the top 5 of the major issues that is impacting the black community. We have 73% of black children growing up without a father. So family instability is number 1, but followed by a whole host of other issues, whether we're talking about the poor education system, high unemployment rate, low home ownership. Right. All of those issues are much larger than what we're being shown.
Kathy,
so as we watch her just from 2017, she's very comfortable speaking. She's moving with it. It's a different setting, and we see a little bit of stress because it's not, a huge audience. It feels like I would say a hospital setting. Everything is a set. There's no realness. Like, who puts a living room in the middle of a set? It's very sterilized. So normally, human beings will react stressfully to that because it's not a normal setting. The one thing I should say that bothered me the most was the little sound bites that I heard from the Beck show of police officers being racist and those things. And that's what I was digging for. But I can't find that. So my only conclusion that I can come up with is that the system itself is set up racist, which I agree with. Not necessarily in race, but pretty much it's against you. Unless you're part of the elite class, it is against you.
You're not only a vet, you're a mother. Your 2 beautiful children are taking pictures of you right now over in the corner of the studio. How do you explain to your kids what's going on?
One of the things I try to explain to my children that we are not victims, because as a black mother raising 2 beautiful black babies, they will see this narrative being pushed out to them that because of the color of their skin, somehow they are inferior.
So I don't know what her politics or stuff was back then, but as you see here, the body is relaxed. She is not a victim. As a black person, I am not a victim. She gives appropriate emphasis in the face. She's open with it. She's not trying to hide. She's not trying to portray. She's being honest, which makes me think all the little sound bites I heard were definitely taken out of context. It also makes me sit there and think, if you're a normal, intelligent human being, you have a certain set of beliefs, but as you go through life and you learn, they change, which makes you normal and someone you want to have around and possibly be in a leadership position because they're not closed-minded and they use their brain. So this is literally less than 24 hours ago when this aired. Or I should say uploaded.
While the hotly contested race on the Republican side is coming down to the wire, U.S. Senate candidate Kathy Barnette.
So I'm watching her walk here and she dresses very fancy, but to each his taste. It's like, because I would dress very fancy too. So it's like, But she's open. Her arms are not coming across her body. She's not holding them tight against herself, even to just try to look and appear. She's not portraying. She's literally open, comes and taps a woman on the shoulder, still open. She doesn't try and guard herself. She walks tall. She's got a leadership type walk, mentally strong.
Spoke to supporters in Jenkintown this afternoon. She has recently surged in polls against her 2 rivals, Dr. Mehmet Oz.
This is a different angle talking to the same woman. With that strength that she's got here, it makes me sit there and go, oh, okay. So when you do get into the swamp, there's a high chance that you're going to come out the same way you went in. Because we all know a lot of these swamp creatures didn't go in as swamp creatures. They went in as human and came out as something else.
And David McCormick. This has come with intense scrutiny of her record. Barnette responded to that a short time ago.
A lot of people have been watching this, right? And it's very vicious, very malicious. It's very intentional. And it's because they're mad that we have ran a far superior race.
Kind of like that. She's definitely just giving emphasis. Well, I don't see this portrayal. She's kind of guarding herself with her hands, but again, she's being interviewed by what I would call the enemy class. So wow. As with anything in life, you take a gamble. This one looks to be a gamble I'm willing to make if I could vote for her. Instead, I'm stuck with Susan Collins. If you like it, please share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.